Okay, so let me try this again. I didn't realize that we ran out of time after 15 minutes, which was probably good for me because I did start quoting Christopher Walken saying that we need more cowbell. So, anyways, now, we talked about, I don't know if, I can't remember, I think the video did go all the way up to this area, taking this, yes, it did. And we talked about the strength of the MACDs as it was starting to come back. Now you look at the 1597, it's not a strong push back, right? And it's just kind of hanging out there, which says that this may still continue up a little bit. You've already seen a little bit of divergence happening here, and I wouldn't really consider this a pivot. I mean, it is a pivot. Yes, it is absolutely a pivot, but it's not a deep retracement. It's not a real retrace. It's just a pivot there in the area. So you do have divergence there, and then eventually you get divergence that moves along and continues to the upside. Now let's talk about what happens along the way there, though. It does push down, pretty decent push, gets you past the 233 EMA and just touches. Once it starts to do this, I am definitely looking for an entry if I'm with the market at that time. Probably somewhere right in here. It would have been acceptable to get in anywhere over here, really. And then if you're looking for an exit at this time, you would see a couple of different things going on here. You would see this right here, which may go, okay, first off, we hit that target that I was talking about in the first place where I drew that line. It actually went exactly to where both of those Fibonacci extensions went. And so, you could be saying, okay, it hit my target, and that is not the proper one. I swear I'll take some time and learn these so I won't have to keep doing this to you. So you could be looking for an exit right here. It said you may have just had your target set there. So my first target got hit right here, correct? And then I was thinking, well, if it was going to go anywhere further, where was it going to go? And it was going to be up in this area. It actually hit right in the middle of those two Fibonacci extensions that I had drawn, which would have been an even more lovely exit. So you can see what happens here. It comes down, it comes back up, equals that pivot point. MACDs have what I call, major retracement divergence, which means the price pulls back really, really far, okay, and it equals maybe just a little bit lower than that previous pivot, and so it comes back, 95% of that previous move, 100%, where the MACDs only come back about 20% of that move. So that says if you're not out of a trade already, get the heck out because you don't want to continue to be in it. And you can see right in here, you're getting more and more divergence. It just all of a sudden flips, right? And so now we've got Night at the Roxbury going on, right? So if you're looking, we have a lot of space. We have a lot of room right here between these two. So taking a trade to the downside at this time isn't really a terrible idea. I just really struggle with these because I have a hard time getting out at the proper time. The proper time to get out, and I'm just being honest with you, the proper time to get out is right when it gets probably a tick or so away from here. Maybe even two, but once you're coming down to this area, especially with a strong move to the upside, you do not want to anticipate this to continue pushing in that direction. I mean, you can see it's happened time and time again. It keeps pulling back. You're thinking, oh, it's going to exceed that area, and nope, it just keeps going. It pulls back. You think it's going to exceed that area, but nope, it keeps going. That's not saying that it won't happen right here, because it very well might, but it's saying that, oops, wrong way. It's saying that don't anticipate it to just fly through and push through that after all of this strength. And you can see what's happening now is it's really having a hard time exceeding this previous area. We've equaled it. The MACDs are leading lower. It's starting to get very, very wishy-washy in its look as it's kind of bouncing back and forth through everything. Really, if you wanted to give it another chance for the long trade, somewhere in here to get in to take the long, or even if you want to be more conservative and wait till it gets back above things. But at this point, you're kind of just jumping in on the trade since it's come from way back here. But that pretty much covers everything for you guys. I'll try and make these more often. I can't say right now that I'll be able to make them every day. But yeah, I'll give you some insight on everything. And just so if you had gotten in here, you can see we've equaled that previous pivot. What I see here is that last chance of a push-up. Really quick, I just wanted to go through this to give you an exit. Last chance of a push-up. If you're going by areas, you would be getting out here. Okay? Or you would start to see this happen and be like, okay, this is really starting to peter out. It's really struggling. It made that sharp turn to the downside. Yeah, so I don't know if this is going to go through there or not. I would anticipate it to, with the strength coming down at this time and everything starting to lead lower. I don't know how long it will go for because I can't predict the future. All I can do is watch what the market is doing right now, pay attention to it, and be on board with it. If you were going to be in a trade, the only one that you would have at this moment would have been a short from back in this area, and you would have to be cautious once you get to the 1597 EMA, but we do have reasons to believe that this might break through. You really want to see the way this bar behaves. You want to see the way things behave. You've got it higher low, but yeah, it's I would want to just sit back and wait and watch things happen and try and decide what my next move would be. And to be real with you, it is 2:30 on a Friday afternoon. This may sit right here the rest of the day because, you know, it's Super Bowl weekend, and I'm in Houston, so we're going to be heading out for a while, but I hope you guys had a really great day trading, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know.